All right, we'll go ahead and get started.
Can I use the bathroom real quick? I'll be out.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. We'll get started on this wet, cold, rainy November day.
Praise the Lord!
It's supposed to be May, isn't it?
You can feel it.
Oh, it sure feels like November out there. All right. This week's topic in RU is fear. Fear the Lord. Fear the Lord. Now when we talk about that, there's two aspects to fearing the Lord. One is being afraid of Him. And you better well be afraid of Him. He's the almighty, powerful God. But there's also the other aspect of it is respect. And that's kind of what we're going to get into today. Not so much respecting the Lord, but we're going to be on page 6, respecting others. And I have here, respecting others is essential to succeed in life.
Please.
Respecting others is essential for succeeding in life. We're going to go over these. Again, this is going to be probably a more practical lesson, but we'll tie in the Bible with it because the Bible is a practical book.
Amen.
Amen.
First one, force yourself to relate to other people or to the other person. There's not a lot of times a whole lot I can do for other people, but there is one thing I can always give them and always do for them, and that's respect them. And I've got to sometimes put myself in their shoes, or sometimes try to relate where they're coming from or who they are. I don't want to get in trouble here, but I grew up in southern Indiana, and I never saw black people. Never saw them. And then I moved to Indianapolis, and they're all over the place.
Thank you. You're welcome.
When I got to rub elbows with, especially even here in Chicago, rub elbows with and talk with and be around, my opinion changed. Because all of a sudden now I could relate to them. We have to get involved in people's lives. In order to succeed in life, you've got to be able to relate to where people are. If you always think you're here or here, either one's bad. You know, I'm better than everybody, you can't relate with people. Or I'm worse than everybody, then you can't relate with people. And it's difficult to respect people when you feel that way, either way. And so the Bible talks constantly about humbling ourselves one to each other and submitting ourselves one to another. Paul even writes and says that I can be all things to all men. That means I can relate to everyone. And that's what you need to do. If you want to really be successful in life, you should be able to speak to a king and to a bum on the same level and relate to where they are in life. And so that's what we need to learn to do to be successful. You can respect anyone, no matter where they are. No matter who they are. You can give anyone respect. Number 2, listen seriously to others. Everyone wants their say to be heard and taken in consideration. That doesn't mean you have to agree with everything. But people want to know that they've had their say and you considered it. That's respect. And if you really want to be successful, you're a good listener. Again, you could tell me that this jar here is a blue jar with a white outside. And I could say, no, it's a white jar with a blue outside. And we could argue all day about that. You're not going to get anywhere, especially if I cut you off. I already know where you're going, so I'm going to cut it off. I already know what you're going to say, and I'm going to cut and assume that I know what you're going to say, or I already assume who you are. be careful. They say the old sayings, you can't judge a book by its cover. Don't do that. The Bible does say from the abundance of the heart the mouth speaketh. Okay, so let the mouth speak. So I can hear who you are and where you're coming from and what you want, what you need. And I hope you give me the same respect. Once you have your say, let me have my say. Imagine how different our communities would be, how different our nation would be if people would just sit and listen to each other. Not everybody's 100% right, and not everyone's 100% wrong. And there's a reason why people feel the way they do. I might think what they're doing is wrong, but they feel this way for a reason. Why? Well, I don't know if I don't listen. And show respect each other. You show respect by listening seriously. Let them have their say. Sometimes they may say it a little louder than you would, but let them have their say and take it in consideration. If you can do that, you'll be a successful person. You'll be a successful boss. You'll be a successful husband. You'll be a successful wife. You'll be a successful employee. If you learn to listen and let everybody have their say. Next one. When talking to someone, be friendly. Be friendly. We're talking about having respect. You're not going to earn someone's respect, or you're not going to show respect to people by calling them names. Never. And even if a certain group says, don't call us that name, don't call them that name. Somebody say, well, I got the freedom to do that. That's my... No, you don't, because I'm showing you disrespect if you tell me not to call me that name. Whatever the group is. The easiest one to bring out is the word fag. Now, when I was a kid, people did all day long. Now, homosexuality is a sin. But they're still people. And I can still respect them as a person. And if they say, don't call me fag, I'm not going to call them fag, because how can I relate with them if already I built this wall? And they've already told me, don't call me that name. And as soon as I do it, I show disrespect. I have a person that I at church and at school and stuff, I like to be called Michael. I have one person that constantly calls me Mike on purpose. They're showing their disrespect on purpose. And they call me Mike, so I know they're disrespecting me. I've already told you.
I've done that before too.
No, you didn't know. But
I don't know from now.
But see, people, when you tell people what to call you and they don't do that, they're showing disrespect. You know it and they know it. So respect people by being friendly. Call them what they want to be called. Say nice words, friendly words. Again, let's go back to an old saying. You catch more flies with sugar than you do with vinegar. You do. Or honey. She just called me honey. You guys see that? My wife ain't here and she called me honey. Here's some words to be friendly. Say please and thank you to people who help you. Oh my goodness. You ever help somebody and then they just take off and then you thought, they didn't even say thank you. Now as a Christian I should help them again anyhow. But am I enthusiastic about it? No. And if my flesh takes over, I ain't helping them again. Yeah. They didn't even say thank you. Didn't have the respect to say thank you. Or didn't have the respect to say please. Instead, they demanded it. Yeah. Hey, get over here and do this for me. Whoa. Wait. Show respect and say, can you help me, please? When you talk to people in everyday conversation, say please, thank you. Be friendly. Use right words. The Bible says our words are supposed to be seasoned with salt. That means not offensive. Easy to eat. Easy to take. Be careful the words you use. Sometimes your words will get you killed.
A lot of times.
My dad told me, he said, Mike, you're smart. You got a lot going for you. This is when I was younger. But he goes, one of these days, your mouth is going to get you beat up. And I found out one day. We were playing basketball, and we went to Indianapolis. And I told you I've never been around black people. So we go to Indianapolis, and we're playing in a tournament, this basketball league. I was a senior, I think I was. And we, as a bunch of white people, would always say, your mama.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we were all playing with another team, and we were out in the mall and stuff and having fun and everything. I just met these guys, and we're joking around, and he says something, and I go, yeah, your mama. He jumped on me, he started pounding me in the head. Don't you talk about my mama.
You don't do that.
You don't do that. Be careful with your words. Please, thank you. Be friendly. Be courteous. We do not teach this enough. We do not expect it enough. There's something about our words that show respect or disrespect. Sometimes it's how you use it too.
Yeah.
You could say the right words, but be disrespectful. But being respectful tells people that you care about their feelings.
Yeah.
I care about your feelings. Aren't we supposed to do that as Christians?
Yeah.
And as people? And just bottom line, I may disagree with you. I may not like some of the things you take or do, but I can respect your feelings. I care about your feelings. Now, sometimes you're going to get angry with me, but not because I did it on purpose. That should never be my goal. Well, I'm going to make them mad. You ever hear that? That's not respectful. You will not be successful in life that way. Next one, learn the art of being assertive while being respectful. Be assertive, but be respectful. You can say what you need to say in a respectful way.
Yep.
You can raise your voice a little bit, but if you yell and scream, you've lost it. See, people take that as a threat. You yell, people take that as a threat. As soon as they take it as a threat, what do? Defend themselves. Yeah. And so, you can be assertive. Say, I need you to sit down here, please. I just told you what I need you to do in a nice way. I was assertive. Or, I don't need you to talk to me right now. I can't take it. I need time. Instead of saying, shut up and get out of my way. Okay? Yeah. So who talks like that? I try my best. Because it shows respect. The more I show respect for you, respect will always gain respect. So, well, that person, I've shown them respect, they don't respect me. But other people see it and hear it, and they respect you for it.
That's right.
Okay? Learn to be assertive. Say what you got to say, but respectfully. Next one. State your dislike of people's actions without attacking the person's character. Don't attack the person, attack the problem. Instead of saying, you're stupid, why'd you do that? Say, this is the problem. What you just did, or whatever happened here, that's the problem. How can we fix it? For instance, I use this as an illustration. If I come into the kitchen and the bread is left open on the counter, do I holler at my wife, you're stupid, why do you do this? I attacked her, didn't I? Instead of saying, sweetheart, I don't like it when the bread's left open, or did you notice if the bread's left open, and attack the problem. The problem is the bread's left open. That's what we want to solve. As soon as I attack the person, now we have issues and we're going to argue, and the bread never gets done. Matter of fact, if you attack me, I'm just telling you how I am, whatever it is that you want done ain't going to happen. And I'll just make me a man thing, I'll dig in and it'll never ever happen because you attack me personally. Children are the same way. You attack them personally, what you want done, boy, good luck. So learn to attack the problem. What is the problem? That's what I want to solve. Remember this. I say this all the time in RU. You can win an argument but lose the person. What you really want is that person.
Right.
So learn to attack the problem, not the person. Somebody says one time, well, what if the problem is the person? Could be. Again, attack what they're doing, not them.
Right.
And again, we watch our words. Don't say words like stupid, always, ignorant, lazy,
Dumb.
bum, dumb. I just attacked you. And learn to use the words I. I think it might be down in here. No, it's in a different list. Say, I don't like, or I feel this way when. When I come into the house and I see the bread open on the counter, that scares me because I don't want it to get stale. How can we fix this? How can we solve this? Now I've also involved this person in solving the problem. It's all in our words and our delivery and respect. Respect. Okay? The same respect you would show the President of the United States, you should show your children. If nothing else, I should respect my children more than the President of the United States. But you see what I'm trying to say?
Especially if it becomes Trump.
Well, and okay, that's another issue, okay? If you don't like the president, that's fine, but he's still your president. I get so sick when people say, Obama, he ain't my president. Yeah, where do you live? Canada?
Right.
Yeah, he's your president. Show him respect. You do not have to like what he does. You do not have to like what he says, but you can respect him. He's your president.
Right.
He represents your country.
Exactly.
Show him, and you think maybe we could get more done if we showed him respect?
Absolutely.
Again, we build walls. We build conflicts instead of attacking problems. Somebody needs to teach this to Congress. Next one. Do not use name calling during arguments. Fight fair. Don't use name calling. As soon as you go to name calling, you've lost. You want to win an argument and still win the person. So use logic. Use your words right. Don't use names. Be careful how you raise your voice. Okay? If you feel like you're losing it, leave. Walk away. Tell the person, I need to go away for a little while. And then I'll come